It's time. It's time. We're gonna fix my hair today. So it is now this very, very faded pink, and I don't like this faded pink. I did a test strand of some yellow here, and it turned out quite nice. So that we're doing today, ignore the cat, we're doing Peach London's Burnt Peach and Beach London's Twisted Lemon. Hi. Hi. Yeah. So we're gonna see what we end up with. So this is Burnt Peach. This is going on my roots. And then this is Twisted Lemon, which is going on my ends. And I have another bottle if this is not enough. So we're just gonna jump right in. Hi. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, you can see my roots here are basically like a yellowish blonde already. I need gloves. I bought this box of like super cheap plastic gloves, and they're not worth it. Because I have to have a hair tie around my wrists to keep it in place. I think she's mad because I'm standing in front of the sink, which is usually where she sleeps. She loves the sink. If you don't follow me or if you don't watch my vlogs, you can see a lot of her in those. Anyway, you can see I have some roots, which means that it's going to be a little bit easier to dye everything. So I'm just gonna start going in with the Burnt Peach. I'm not quite sure how far down I want to go. I have a lot, but it's unmixed. I didn't put any conditioner or anything into the color. So I can just keep it if I don't use everything, which is very convenient with semi-permanent colors. So I also posted a video on, or not a video. I posted a, what is it called? Story. Ooh, my hair is falling down. I posted a story on Instagram that I want to do a Never Have I Ever video for YouTube. So I got some good questions already, which I'm very excited for, and hopefully I'm going to get a few other ones. So that video is coming up next Sunday from when you're seeing this. This is being published on the 11th, if I have my dates right. So the other one will be published on the 18th, also, if I have my dates right. So I'm just gonna do it like this now, and then I can mush everything together. I'm gonna try to keep my hands hair dye free for the first color, so that I won't have any like peachy splotches in the yellow. But I don't know if that's going to be going according to plan. Hi. She talks a lot. It took a while for her to start talking after she got here. But now she talks a lot. Which I actually like that. I think it's really cute when she's talking. how long I managed to keep my glove hair dye free. I tried. Oh well. I can always just change out my gloves, but it's a little bit harder when I'm parting my hair if I have color on my gloves, because it goes on my ends, obviously. Honestly, I kind of want to just do this color all over, but I don't think I have enough. So I promised you guys previously that I was going to be talking about Upwork in a video. So because I actually originally talked about Upwork in a previous hair dye video when I was dyeing my hair. Hi. So I think I'm gonna do that today. And for Upwork, I've been on Upwork since 2018. I think she's gonna jump into the sink. No, she's not. Yeah, I think I've been on Upwork since 2018, March 2018, I think. And actually, it might be easier to do this in a different video. I don't know what she was doing. Yeah, March 2018. And I originally just signed up because I've been wanting to be my own boss for a while. I mentioned that in my videos in the past. I don't know how new or old you guys are to my channel. I know I got a lot of new subscribers in 2017 because of my Wish videos that I did. But I haven't been doing those in a while, partly because it's gotten more expensive, but also because it's usually not worth it. And I have been more focused on just keeping what I have, and like having things that I like, which you might have seen from all of my like closet purge videos that I've been doing for the past couple of years. To where you probably know I live in a smaller apartment and we don't have space for a lot of unnecessary stuff. And what unnecessary stuff is obviously differs from person to person. But for me, it has ended up with a lot of the useless stuff being things from sites like Wish and stuff like that. So I really don't buy a lot of clothing online that I can't return. So I will buy clothing online from like actual proper stores because I can return them if they don't fit me or if I don't like them. But from sites like Wish and eBay, I haven't been doing that in a good while. And that is the reason because I have also become a lot more money savvy, I guess you can call it. In the past few years, I think since we bought here. So we bought here in March of 2018 and we moved in June. And since then, I have become a lot more money savvy, which means that I don't have like a proper budget that I follow to this T. But I do have a lot better of an understanding of my income and my expenses. I run my own business now. And I'm working on a few projects that I am very excited about, which doesn't necessarily have anything to do with my YouTube channel, but it has to do with me as a person and who I want to be and how I want to spend my time. And I have a lot of other things going on, like my, my full-time job. I what is the word? I honestly don't remember what the word is. Well, I'm a union rep, but for my club, I'm the leader of the union at work, which I also find very interesting, and it's not very time consuming because it's mainly done in work hours, which means that I get to spend time that I would have been working with clients or customers to do that stuff instead, because in Norway that part is in the law. So you can't refuse anyone to be organized, although regularly people try. But being organized is a worker's right in Norway. And any club or any workplace that wants it can have a leader of a union. And I'm at a big workplace. You guys know I work for IKEA, which obviously is a bigger employer. And I think the club that I have, or we have, I think it's about 140 members. And it's me. We also have a secondary leader, or I don't know what the word is. There's like first and second leader, I guess. And then we have a secretary, who's basically, she's a part of the board. We're almost an all women's club, or are we? I think we are an all women's club, which is kind of fun. The last leader, the guy I took over, obviously I was chosen, because you have to be chosen to run the union. But the guy who ran the union before I did was a guy, obviously. But yeah, well, now I think we're an all female, not the club, but the union representatives and stuff are all female, which is very fun. So I'm just waiting for the world to open back up a little bit so that I can go back to going to courses and stuff, which I desperately need, because to a certain extent, I do know what I'm doing, but I also don't know what I'm doing because I am brand new. I joined the union in August of 2019, and then I became a union representative in March of 2020. Good timing there. And then I became the secretary in June, and then I was elected the leader now in March 2021. And it is a lot of fun. It's very challenging in some areas, because obviously you're working with your employer. So it's fun and interesting. But yeah, I just hope things open back up a little bit so that I can go back to learning new things. Because I don't know how much I've talked about my work-life preferences on YouTube before. Probably not very much. But I love to learn new things, and being not necessarily physically active, but if not, then at least mentally active. Obviously I work in an office, so I'm not very physically active at work. So I need my brain to be challenged, which means having varying work assignments, and yeah, just being able to do different things at work. So I still haven't heard anything about the job that I applied for now in March. I know the one in February, if you saw the vlog or vlogs where I talk about that, I didn't get that job, which I'm okay with. But I applied for another job, which is the same job that I had when I was selling kitchens. So it's basically the same position, just not temporary. And I really, really want that job, but I know a lot of people want that job. So we'll see what happens. I know I did a good job at it, so at least that heightens my chances. But I know there are some of my colleagues also want that job, and they have sold kitchens for far longer than I have. So I'm not probably not the first in line to get that job if the people I know who thought they or wanted to apply actually applied. I know one of them did. I don't know if the other one did. So I'm kind of nervous to hear something because I really want that job. And the job that I had before at IKEA, because I'm still an employee as a customer service rep. So even if I don't get the job that I applied for, I will still just go back to that job, which is fine, but I don't want that job. There's a reason that I applied for something else. So we'll just see what happens. I have been keeping an eye out for other jobs in my area, but also I kind of don't just want to quit, but I just got elected. And I'm also doing the school that I do every Thursday to get a fagbrev, which is what it's called in Norwegian. I don't know if I have to work at IKEA to get that, but I definitely know that I have to be working with sales to get that, so yeah. I have also been joking about quitting and then just scaling up my my freelance work, but obviously I don't know if I'm gonna be able to work enough to earn enough as a freelance worker either. And we're still looking at houses. There are a lot of pretty houses, but not so many. There are a lot of pretty houses, and there are a lot of pretty houses in our budget, but they're just not in the area that we would like to live because we commute. So, well, obviously I'm at home office, but when I'm not, I commute, and I don't want to have to drive over an hour to work. And Marius is the same way as well. Oh shit. I got hair dye everywhere. Yeah, I'm just gonna change them to the yellow now. What was I saying? Yeah, so we don't want to commute for too far to get to work. And Mary's hasn't really set a limit, but I've set a limit. I don't want to commute longer than an hour. And that's like an hour car drive, which means that we can move 30 minutes from here because I currently have about 30 minutes to drive to work. but with I also have to drive, like obviously you have to walk from your house and out into the car, and then I have to walk from the garage at work and into work, which also takes about 10 minutes because we don't park in the building that we work in. We park at another garage. So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Eventually something will pop up, and we don't want to buy and move just to move again in like a little while. We want to move somewhere where we actually want to live long term. And yeah, it's not easy being picky, but we would also want to be picky, because that would mean that we would end up in a place that we actually want to live. And we don't want to be having to renovate right away. Like obviously when you move into an actual house, you do have to renovate to some extent, but we don't want to have to do that like right away. We don't want to move into a, what is it called? Renovation object. We want to move, oh shit. We want to move into our home and not just a building, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm just gonna go over everything. Hi! She's like standing in the doorway staring at me. Yeah, I'm just gonna go over everything and see that I got everywhere. And then I want to watch a movie, so I'm gonna watch, I don't know what, I think I want to watch something from American Pie. Hi! Hi! Yeah! I'm making a mess. Yeah, I'm making a mess. Yeah. She's just staring at me. But yeah, I think I'm good. So I am going to chill for, I don't know if I'm gonna see the movie entirely through until I wash my hair out, but at least ish. And then I'll show you guys once it's all nice and dry. Okay, so here is how my hair turned out. It is still a little bit like damp, so it's not completely dry yet, but I am actually in love with this color combination. This is basically what I tried to do in the past when I had the red, orange, yellow part of my rainbow on one side of my head. And the red just kept bleeding into the yellow, so it never ended up yellow in the ends. It just ended up red to orange. But yeah, this is so nice. And the burnt peach did end up a little bit more red than I anticipated. I think part of that is probably because I had pink hair already when I dyed it. But yeah, my hair just looks so nice. And it also went a little bit curly, which is so nice as well. So this is what my hair looks like now. And I'm currently having a side part. I part my hair a little bit to the side and a little bit to the middle. So let me know what you think. I should do more. This is my middle part. And this is my side part. My hair naturally wants to part to the side because I have this little thing right here that kind of curls up and creates my part. So this is usually where I leave it. There's a little bit of a green tint to some of the yellow down here, Not quite sure why, because I didn't have any blue down here, but I don't think you really can. I really don't think you can see it, especially once this completely dries. Yeah. I also have a little bit of color left, so I just mixed the leftover of both colors in here. Oops. And this is what it looks like. I also have more yellow. Like I have a separate little bottle of just yellow left, so if I want to touch it up, I can use this in yellow to touch it up once that's needed. According to the bottles, these are supposed to last 3 to 20 washes for the yellow and 3 to 30 washes for the top. So we'll see, at least 3 washes. In my experience on my hair, it usually lasts longer than that because my hair is very light underneath. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give this video a like. You can subscribe down below. Let me know what color you think I should do my hair next. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!